Alright, and we're back playing some Factorio in 1080p now, which I think is going to be a much better experience. Got some iron plates kicking around here. So I'm going to start building a mining drill. What are we short on? We're going to use a little bit more metal, but that's good. So let's go ahead and set up the mining drill maybe on this corner right over here, put a chest underneath it, and grab half our coal and drop that in our mining drill over there. And we may as well mine a little bit by hand as well, just to get things to go a little bit faster. And we're going to want to definitely set up some more burners here. But of course, we are very far away from our coal. This is actually going to be a bit of a problem early on in that we're going to be stuck running back and forth just to get everything going. Can I make a second? Yeah, let's make 3 stone furnaces. I could also chop down some trees for fuel, actually. And that's probably a decent idea for now, just because it's a lot closer than the coal pile. Yeah, there's no other coal around here. One little bit of metal. Yeah, this is going to be a little on the tricky side. We'll do what we can. Grab some ore. Drop half the ore in there, half the wood in there, and then the rest. There you go. The wood will burn through a lot faster. On the other hand, it's a lot easier to get, and you do get 5 at a time, so that helps. Oh, we've got some oil over here, too. I've never actually gotten to the point of using the oil tech. Oh, I have to make a new axe. They do wear out. I think they wear out faster when you're doing mining than chopping down trees, but I'm not 100% sure. There's like a pickaxe plus logging axe combo. Because why not? It's in the future. We figured out how to do better axes. More ore. And a bunch of iron plates. Good. I actually very rarely have to make more than the second axe, because at this point you sort of get your actual mining industry up and running. I need some stone. We do have some stone up over here. Oh, there's a little bit of coal. Oh, right. There's a little pile of it. Okay. We're going to do that just to help our economy get started. I can actually fit 2... Actually, I could fit like 3 or 4 mining things on there, which actually might not be a terrible start. So I'm going to need 20 stone to pull that off. But I think that's the correct answer. We're going to burn through this entire pocket of coal really fast. I don't know how much each individual pile has. A fair amount, but definitely far from an infinite amount. But it's going to be a much stronger start. In fact, I think I might go to the south and pick up our old mining setup. Yeah, that's a good idea, because we're going to need it for a bit. So let me take a moment here to do a quick hike while all this stuff is operating. Hopefully it's got enough fuel to keep burning. Seems to. Logs don't burn quite as fast as I thought they did, so I guess the coal is not quite as critical as I thought. The big advantage of the coal is that you can incorporate it into machines, whereas you can't do that with the trees, because you can't build like a tree miner. Yeah, this one's even out of fuel at this point. Take it apart. Take it apart along with the coal that's in there. It didn't even mine that much, because it didn't have much in the way of fuel. Still, it's a little bit more, plus it's an extra mining rig we can drop right away. Dun, 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 dun. We want to get our research going at some point, of course. Oh, definitely want to keep the metal miner operational. Pick that up. Drop in half our coal. Build 2 more mining drills. Maybe we'll just use the 3. We'll do that. That. And that. Drop in the coal, drop in half the wood, drop in the other half of the wood. There we go. Alright, that is certainly going to help. Night is about to fall, but that should be okay on this map. In fact, we don't even see any enemies yet. Pick up whatever happens to be. Is nothing smelting? Oh, no. There we go. Didn't realize that. Get a little bit more iron ore, stuff it back in there. We definitely want to set up the machining very, very soon. We're gonna need transport belts. We're gonna need burner inserters. I suppose we could actually set up the electricity right away. Maybe we don't want to do any burners at all. Maybe we just want to go straight to an electrical system. That's not a bad idea. What's involved in getting that going? Lots of metal, mostly. All right, well, we're working on it. one steam engine is already there. One steam engine is always neat to start off with. I think we will want to get a good set of boilers laid down early, just so that everything is spaced out. Although you can tear everything apart really easily too, so maybe it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's fine. And 2 burners will definitely be enough to operate 2 boilers will be enough to operate 1 steam engine. So that's okay. All right, let's do that. We need an intake pipe, which needs electronic circuits, which needs some copper. We've got a little pile of copper over here. So let's just manually dig up a little bit of this. I don't think we need very much. I'll grab 5. It's probably far more than I need. Go in here, drop in the copper, so that'll be smelted down to copper plates. And then I can't remember if you can make copper wire on your own. Looks like we can. Okay, make a couple of that. And we need some more copper plates, actually. So, yeah, we're going to need to dig up a fair bit of copper just to get all the circuits down. But we only need 1 intake valve, so that'll be done pretty quickly. And we're definitely going to want to create some sort of industrial workflow here at some point. And the question is always, like, how do you set up all your grids? Like, there's so much pre-planning involved in making sure that you've got some sort of circuitry effectively that will route everything where you need it to be and doesn't, like, paint you into a corner. All right, that should be plenty. Let's grab some ore as well. Here, copper, half the ore, the other half of the ore. Let's pick up any coal that's sitting around here. I don't know if we have to refill these things either. You're still working on your wood supply. Oh, you're actually out, so go ahead and take that chunk. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, speaking of things needing fuel, grab half of that. There we go. All right, copper plates, iron plates, good. Build me 1 offshore pump. Build me 2 boilers, 1 steam engine. There we go. That should be everything I need to create power. And then we'll need some wood to make our hydro plants. I think we need wood and copper wire. Let's get a few extra logs in here. I've got extra copper plates, so I should be able to make all the copper wire I need. Okay, that's pretty good. And yeah, make a big batch of the power poles. So I'm going to set up my power infrastructure right over here, which I think is fine. So we'll put our water pipe down. Oh, I'm not close enough. And then 2 boilers, which I think will heat up enough. And then the engine. Now, right now, we'll just manually feed in the coal in here to get that going. And hope that's good enough. But I think one of our very first jobs will be to get the coal to run down to here. So what you can do, move to the side, line this up, hold down left click and just move. There you go. And they'll set up some nice wiring for you. Hold down the left click and just move. And they'll just make sure they're all connected at good distances. Like so. All right. So a bit of a power thing going down. We need treads, transport belts, and lots of them, which is mostly just iron plates, and we have an industry for that going. We actually, you know what? I'm doing all this. We need more miners. We need a lot more iron ore than we're currently doing. So that's actually what we want to build first. There's still going to have to be the... well, we can start the electric mining drills. Needs more electric circuits, all kinds of things. We just need more of all things. So we're gonna need more copper. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead with the burner ones for now then. Although we also need stone. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it right. Let's get our electrical infrastructure up and running as quickly as possible, even though it requires slightly more time investment, mostly because we're manually doing the copper thing. Oh, and I need a new axe. There's probably a sequence of moves, like do things in this order that will get you up and running a little bit faster, but I'm not going to complain too much right now. So you can run out of resources. You can see that this particular stack I'm poking at, which is like literally this one square, has 365 copper left in it. So it would take a long time to mine it out, but it does happen. All right, we'll get up to 20. Good enough. Chop these trees down because we're going to want to put mining things on here soon enough. If I learned anything from, like, dwarves, it's the trees are evil. So, right, we need to smelt this stuff down. Half the copper, the other half the copper, a little bit more of the iron. Grab this iron. Yeah, go ahead and put it all in there. Get that burning. Pick up any more coal that might be over here, including refueling these things because the ones that were operating on wood are not out. And I'm just going to go ahead and give them like full stacks. Boom. Cap that all out. So that's going to be good for a good long time. We have a little bit of copper left over, or coal left over. And now slightly more. We will still need coal, even though if we're not powering the mining drills, we still need coal for the actual furnaces here. Okay, now, yes, there we go. We can build our first electric mining drill. And we will set that up over on the copper side of things. And we'll have it just go into a wooden chest for now. Build a couple more of those. But very soon we're going to want to do the conveyor thing. Actually, we've already got conveyor belts. We could really start to deploy them. I don't know, we'll see. So this miner, we'll cover that spot there. Yeah, just go ahead and put that. And then we need power. And we'll keep it sort of lined up and pretty. That was an accidental double click. Boom. Ooh, not enough power? Oh no, now we're good. No? You're connected. At 100. Do I have this hooked up the wrong way around? I don't think that matters. Oh, there may have been a gap. It's possible this thing wasn't touching. There we go. Now it's got water, nice hot water. It is producing power. So over here, which is connected to the power drill, or power grid, this is currently working, getting my copper ore. All right, we're starting to get our engine up and running. Let's collect whatever's in here, copper plates, put the copper ore back in, split the stack of iron ore, get that going. All right, so now we just want to continue to build more and more mining. So we can build 2 more electric drills now. Great. What we'll probably do is get it happening over on the iron. We are going to want to shuffle things around relatively soon, though. In fact, what I might do is break up my little coal mining operation. Start to get the coal shunted somewhere over here for processing into metal plates. I want to get a bank of smelters going. What do we need? We need more stone. You know what I can do is set up one little stone miner to get that started. That seems like a pretty good idea, actually. Since we do need stone. There we go. At some point we'll have to move this back one step, but for now this should be a pretty good supply of stone. Just move you diagonally like that. Get that hooked up. Good. All right, still, you know, walking around manually right now, but very soon we'll get our conveyor belts up and running, and then we'll be in great shape. This just finished another production cycle. Probably need more fuel as well. Okay, grab the iron ore. Go iron ore. There, take another stack of fuel over here. A little bit more copper. Good, good, good. We are going to need a lot more iron than copper, though, so I should really double up on my iron mining, if not tripling on it. Good. And you still have wood to go. Yeah, let's just sort of put it in a random spot here. Build one crate. Get some more electric poles. Hook this up. Who just subscribed? Vexus, thank you very much for subscribing. Although it made me put that in the wrong place. Covering where I want my chest to be. Good stuff. More iron ore. Yeah, thanks for supporting the channel. Very appreciated. All right. And more mining. There we go. We will need to up our power at some point, but for now we have 100% electric satisfaction. So it's a good industry. I think, so the ratio I keep seeing is something like 1.3 boilers to engines. So you can do something like set up a row of 13 boilers and then have 10 steam engine connected behind that in a variety of different setups. Okay, can we build 3 more of those? We need more iron is all. We've got those plates more or less coming in. Yeah, we want more iron. And we're going to keep... This is probably the last of the iron bits that we're going to be placing like this with the idea of having boxes. After that, we're going to be switching to our conveyor belt system. But this will do for now. And speaking of iron, smelt the heck out of what we've got. Here, take this wood back, put in a full load of coal, take this wood back, put that in there. There we go. Okay. So now, start mass producing these transport belts. And we can get that system going on. And I can stop running around like a goofball. Because we're definitely getting much more iron ore than we can actually use right now. We just need more and more plates. Okay, that'll bring us to a relatively good number. So here's what I'm thinking for the layout. And there is a sort of a ghost system, but it's like you have to have the thing in your inventory before you can start putting down the ghost build, which is a little weird to me. Oh, stone. Let's go pick up our stone pile. Good stuff. Okay, because now I'm going to need a bunch of stone furnaces, so let's put them down en masse. Plus, this lets me go into ghost mode. So, let's ghost these things first. So we're going to have coal come in there. And what I could do is have all the iron go up here, meet there, and then they can share a common treadmill. If I hold shift, yeah, so I can build, and I can build anywhere by doing that. So common treadmill this way, and then they can have routes on the outside. Kind of what I was doing before. Oh, you know what we need? Lots of inserters. And definitely the electric ones. So we're going to need a lot more copper stuff. There we go. Keep a bunch of those because we're going to need tons. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's a good setup to start off with. And then there's a possibility of building a sort of tertiary industry on one side. Less on this one, though. You know what? Then I won't be building it here. So you just right-click these to get rid of them. I like the idea. And I could really build that central path straight down where I've got the wire and just go subterranean wherever it pops up. Except I don't have the subterranean tech yet. So no, this will work okay. So we're aiming down and do something kind of like this. And then the coal will come this way. Like that. Take apart these boxes right away. So they're just going to dump their stuff on the ground and then stop, because if they've got nowhere to dump their stuff, they won't produce anymore. There we are. And here we're going to go down, down, down. There we are. So now we've got a steady stream of coal coming in. So that's step one. Pick up everything over here. Pick up some random iron ore for our production. Make sure these are fully loaded. I think we're going to grab more copper and load that last one as well. There we go. Okay. So we need a lot more transport belts. And then what we need to do is pull apart these boxes here. So we're going to have transport belt generally going north. Like that. So there's actually a bit here that's not being occupied right now, but I think that's okay. Oh, that's my old burner one. Let's get rid of that. And build... Oh, I don't have the capacity to build electronic circuits here. There you go. Grab the copper plates. There you go. Build another miner. Although, honestly, we're going to be pretty good on our iron ore right now. Oh, we also need more transport belts. Like so. All right. Oh, coal accumulated on the other side, probably because it just piled too high. Let me go and reset that. So now we should get 2 properly balanced arrangements of stuff. Excellent. Beautiful. All right, good. So now our system, and I'm going to start on the side with the electric poles. Doesn't really matter, does it? There we go. So this is going to start working right away. And just drag that down that way. And then our inserters. 1 inserter per. Oh, a bit of a blank in our electrical system. There we go. And there's a distinct possibility we will need more coal. What I'm going to do, though, is just drop a ton of coal in the first few, because I've got an excess over here, so they won't grab anymore. There we go. I think we'll end up with an excess, but I'm not sure if 3 mines will actually be able to keep up or not. Oh, and these are not the electric miners either, so they're burning coal on their own. Yeah, we really will want more of that. Okay, so this arrangement is great for making all the metal forever. Let's go and pick up all the iron plates so that it can turn them into more of the transport belts, because I want to collect all these metal plates in a box at the end. So leave a gap, drag down, get the inserters. Oh, we're going to need a few more of those. To bring down. Something like that. Wooden chest at the end. And yeah, we're going to need an inserter to grab stuff from the wooden chest. So that means more copper ore from over here. And these 3 over here will now just make copper ore for me until I get that industry set up. Oh, you were already making copper. Good. Continue. Bunch of inserters. Suicide Granny. Great name, I think. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. A little weirded out by it, but you know, we'll deal. Inserter, go there. And power. Actually, I should have waited to place that power thing until I figured out where this stuff is going to go. That's okay. And trees grow back. We can make more. All right, so now we've got completed iron plates being stuffed in this box. I'm going to hit Alt to show the detailed view, which is nice to see what's actually inside of stuff and what's being produced everywhere. It looks like we're going to need a little bit more, we are definitely going to need some more iron. So I've got another miner over here, so I can do that. And I could reposition this, and I think I should. copper plates. Give me some iron plates as well, so I can build another robo miner. All right, we're gonna bulldoze that, and actually, we're gonna be moving this whole path as well. Oh, there's the electrical post there, which is actually going to limit my ability to stack these. Now, let's take it out. Drop that there. Drop that there. There's one little bit that's not being hit, but that's okay. And I think we are not producing enough power, so that'll be the next thing for us to work on. Whoops. Like so. So let's take a look at our generator situation here. Oh, because we're out of coal. Yeah, we need to start feeding these coal automatically so that stops being a problem. Alright, good. Everything is operational. Get more iron ore running around this way. Still a bit of a shortage, but that's okay. Some of this is actually going to probably get moved over to a bit of a copper manufacturing. We're going to see what we think about that. And of course, we're getting a bit of a bottleneck over here with the supply, which is fine. Let's pick up what plates we have and figure out what we want to do next with the copper bit. What I can do is we can run a copper line that goes here and goes up. I don't think it's got the same long-term potential, but for now it's going to work. And then the idea is you put a set of smelting furnaces on this side that can grab coal from the left and grab copper from the right and then feed it up. There is a bit of a risk that this side will decide to start smelting metal, or iron rather, instead of what it's doing now. Can I make the red beakers? What do I need for that? Iron gear wheels. So yes, I can. And I would really very much like to research automation, so let's do that. Pick up this stuff. There we go. Build one lab. Queue up a bunch of beakers. I think 10 is what we need. That should be enough. Research level 1 automation. For this, no. We want. I'm actually looking for logistics for the underground belt. Or am I? I think I am. Also the splitter. That's what I want. So we're going to set that up as soon as we get a chance to build our research lab. Because then we'll be able to set up... The splitter is going to be really handy. I think the charcoal, what I'm going to do... I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I guess what I can do is I can split the charcoal, have a run of charcoal going this way, and then coming down. I feel like I'm overdoing it with the transport things, but it will help keep things clean. So yeah, split the charcoal, get a run of charcoal that goes here and then down, get the copper from here to maybe go up and then join the down path, and then get a set of like copper wire smelters over here. And then what I can do is then regenerate or redirect the final product, the wire, the gears from over here. Actually, I'm not making gears yet. I'm going to start making gears very soon. I need the assembler for that. I'm going to need the automation level 1. But then I can feed everything sort of together into another area and have lots of empty spaces. But it's going to make things a little easier to work with in one sense. So we do need to run some coal down to here as well. But I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. I don't really like my setup entirely. I almost wish like I ran the coal down to here and then up. Actually, that might be the thing to do. I don't know. Still working out the best details, the best ways to arrange these things. People probably will be for a really long time. Yeah, Demonac, you can program and automate certain things. Not so much the cars, I think, but you can do like rail stuff, which is pretty cool. All right, even if I don't have my setup going, what I should do is get more miners over here for the copper. And feeding into somewhere, I don't know. Just so I can stop doing this run. I could also just move these smelters, which might be a good idea. Iron plates. Yeah, I'm surprised. The problem is we don't have enough of metal mine over here. We really do need quite a bit more. Or maybe I just have too many of these smelters underway. That's possible. I mean, the ones at the bottom aren't even being worked. So I should actually maybe tear some of these off and go to the other side. But I don't know. You do need quite a bit of metal. What would it take for us to ship metal from the other side of the goddamn map? It's so far. We have a lot of charcoal over here, too. That's true. But there wasn't actually that much iron, was there? I don't even remember where it is. We were just down here for the big charcoal, or the big coal pile, and not for more iron? Oh, son of a bitch. Stone, stone. Oil. Stone. I mean, lots of copper. Yeah, we really do not have another pile of iron. We're basically mining all that we can. We could mine slightly faster because there's like 2 little spots that aren't covered. But that's hardly going to make much of a difference. Now, sometimes I have a hard time seeing if it's under trees. What's the pink? The pink, I think, is usually the copper. No, there we go. There's our iron ore. Come to daddy. All right. And it's actually, I mean, it's still far-ish, but not mega duper far. Those, and yeah. Okay. More copper. Honestly, since I haven't actually set up my copper thing yet, right, and it's very small. Now, we don't need tons of copper, but I'm wondering if it might make sense to make these runs work over here. Just get a huge flow of raw copper and raw iron ore heading straight down this way, and then being merged in with some copper, or with some charcoal on both lines. I think that's correct. I think this is all going to move. This can stay running for now, just to keep the raw goods coming in. But we're going to want to upgrade more. Grab all these iron plates. Bits of copper plates over here. Grab what copper we can from this machine. Get them smelting again. Still got that going. Okay, now I like that idea. My pitiful little stone pile. Although it's adding up. You don't need much stone until you like start to build walls. So we're okay. We've got a huge backlog of this, which is great. So yeah, I think let me build 4 mining drills. A bit more belts. So we've got a good number of belts because I've got the 64 in this pile and another 48 in my inventory. So we should be able to run something over here. Oh, and running is what we have to do. It's so far, this would be a good contender for like one of the train systems or something like that. I got to run power up here at some point too. One, two, three. I'm building a 4th one. Yeah, there it comes. Like that. Get it running east. And then down. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more. Oh, there's the second stack. I guess we're okay. All right. Well, that's something. We need more electrical poles. If you hit shift on it, it'll just queue up as like as many as you can possibly build, which sometimes is good. Oh, no, I'm holding shift. Stop that. I'm used to holding shift for like continuous build in games like, I don't know, Tropical or whatever, but it doesn't do quite the same thing in this game. I can build diagonally for potential like more efficiency. But, oops. I kind of like the straight lines. Later on, you do get hydro poles that, I say hydro because that's what we call electricity around here. You do get electrical poles that are bigger and can stretch the cable longer. I don't know if they cover a wider radius, but they definitely like just convey the electricity a further distance. So when you're doing these long distance runs, you can have, you know, the big electrical station things. All right, there you go. So you have power. You are now producing iron ore in hopefully a larger capacity than we had going on before, but we are going to want more of it. We just don't have the goods for it quite yet. All right, well, we can run along this, move slightly faster. Feels like being at an airport. In the big airports where they got the big like, moving sidewalks, as they call them. All right. Grab metal plates. Done. Grab the pitiful amount of copper over here that we can. All set. Grab these copper plates. Drop in some copper there. Whoops. Take half of it back. Put in there. Oh, right. I built the lab and I never got that started. Hang on. I mean, there's only the one lab, which is kind of sad. But we'll go ahead and get the research going because we are going to want that. Hopefully that is enough. I think... Oh, it's 20 repetitions. So we are going to need more of the red stuff because I think I made 10. There we go. And you hopefully still have charcoal down there. Yeah, you have good amount. Okay, good. We will want more mining. Potentially not yet. This is starting to finally stack up here, which is good. So, what do I want to do with the actual iron? We actually have a backlog going on now, finally. Good. Okay, everything's caught up pretty well there. That's because the bottom ones don't have anywhere to go. It's because we're not getting it off the supply line fast enough. I guess the next thing actually is to get the gear assembly chain going on, which is going to involve picking metal bits off of this conveyor belt, feeding into an assembler, and then storing. We're going to run it sort of in serial like that, which I think is going to be okay. Should be fine. Let me go and dump those in there. That should be enough to finish. So I can actually just run this iron ore over here and drop it in there. Keep our industry set up exactly the same way it is now. I mean, maybe we don't need to worry about this iron ore right now anyway. I mean, I want the run to exist, so I guess it's okay. It'll be interesting to see if this continues to provide enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that there for now. If we start to lose our backlog over here, then I will connect this up, and then we'll keep a consistent run. It'll just be interesting to see what happens once we start feeding in to our assemblers to make gears. What I would like to do at this point, though, is very much to get more copper mining and to get that actually smelting. We're going to go ahead and like take the copper out of here. Actually, it will just be a lot easier to run out over here. We need our splitter, though, for this charcoal stuff to make sense. Yeah, so what I think we're going to do, build more transport belts, is we'll do our copper smelting like way over here. So yeah, I'm going to dismantle this little area. There'll be a copper smelting way over here. I really should just run them in parallel. Just have the one coal track in the middle. And then you can use the long grabbers. What do I need to unlock to get the long grabbers? Do I need logistics too? Ah. And this is what we're researching. No, we're researching logistics. I'm going to want automation for that. For the thing that I'm picturing in my head. Should probably build a second lab. Get that going a little bit faster. I should be smelting more copper as well. Okay, you know what? For now, just go ahead and get these copper mines up and running. They're going to be demolished later. And just for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to have them be auto-fed into one chest. like so. Put the chest down and the one inserter right like that. Scoop everything up. There we go. All right, so at least we've got a little bit more mining, even though I'm running a lot of it pretty manually. Although, there's no reason I have to be. I should actually, you know what, there's an idea. Grab these 3. It's going to be like a pretty wimpy thing, but there's no reason. I don't actually want copper ore at any point. Right? I don't want that. So what I do want, I'm going to have to keep manually feeding the coal over here, but that's okay. It's just a temporary little setup. But slightly better than the old temporary setup. Put in a box. Inserter. Like that. Like that. And dump in a whole bunch of coal into each one. And that should keep them running for a good long time. And make me my copper plates. Okay, that is so much nicer. Because then I don't have to feed these anything other than coal, and the coal will last a good long time. Got tons of copper plates on me. Let's go ahead and build a couple more labs, just to speed this along. In fact, this little building area might just stay exactly the way it is. Just making these plates, maybe, you know, I could even attach a couple more assemblers, but just to do basic stuff, like make the copper wire, and then set up like the real industrial area over here. I like that idea a lot. Stream's been going on almost an hour. We'll probably do a quick cut soon. All these labs are dedicated to people. I think they're probably people who bought the alpha very early, which I think is a very cool way of doing it. Name the laboratories after your supporters. Very cool. All right, dump those in there. Just wait for one more to finish. Do another pass to pick up some iron plates. And some copper plates while we wait. Good. Oh, we're out of fuel down here. Do I have any on me? No. So, let me do... Fortunately, we don't have a box full of coal anymore for a nice big pickup, but I can run it around that way. And that'll do okay. We don't want to run out of power. Temperature is still not terrible, but far from ideal. Fill up both boxes. Good. We're going to want to automate that real soon now. And yeah, so I'm thinking there might be a really good reason to have a transport belt that is only coal that runs down the middle of our smelting area and then ends up coming back over here just to power these boilers. And that's it. And I think that's kind of what I'm going to want to do. Yeah. You there? Can I make any more beakers? Yeah. I forget, there's a button to do in 5s. If I shift click, it'll do the whole stack. Is it control click? Try. Control click? Shift click does everything. That's not what I want. Oh, shift right click. No. Right click? Just right click. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's quite nice. Put some beakers in there. This one's out of beakers. Keep that going. Finish the logistics, which we really need to get our real engine going on. I do not believe you can drain a lake dry. Someone is asking. It's a good question, but I don't think you can. If the stream is lagging for you, you can change the quality to a lower resolution if need be. You might be defaulting on source, which was going to be like pure 1080p. I find even just switching to high is good. Okay, logistics just finished. So now we've got our underground belts, fast inserters, which we won't really need, and splitters, which we probably do need. Honestly, I probably should have grabbed automation first, which is also a lot faster to research. But ultimately we want both, because we need the underground things. Still doing well here. Pick up these plates. Nice stuff. Drop in a few more test tubes. And we really will want a proper industrial feeding of our science labs, because we're going to be doing a lot of research later on that's going to need a lot of components. There's no way we're going to want to build them by hand. That's for sure. But this is going to do fine at the early stage, especially since the red bits build relatively quickly and you don't need that many of them. So what's going to happen is I'm going to let the automation finish, and then we are going to take a very quick break. There we go. And what are we going to research next? I don't think we need the fast ones. I don't think we need the radar at this time. We don't need to explore further than we've got, especially since we don't have a car or rail or anything like that. Turrets we can live without. Steel processing we will want at some point, that's for sure. And of course, some of these lead to important things, like if we did want to do the railway thing, for example, which might be really handy, since it does transport things extraordinarily quickly and in very large numbers. I think I might unlock the steel processing, because it leads to a lot of other stuff we're going to want, like advanced material processing. We are going to need advanced automation at some point, and for that we need electronics 1, which might actually be the first thing to pick up. Let me grab the steel processing. We'll probably do the electronics after that. All right, so I'm going to save the game here. Save game. We're going to call it Livestream 1. Take a quick break. See you guys in a minute.